Cancers, welcome to my channel. Let's take a look at what's going on. Let's see what spiritual messages your spiritual team has for you. Any information that you may be looking for as far as like my social medias or where to find me will be in the description. As far as my website is concerned too, that will be in the description box as well. And make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a beat. We're going to start off with this really pretty crystal deck. I forgot the name of it. If you do know the name, definitely leave it in the comments because I do not have the box anymore. Cancers. Oh yeah, make sure you like the video as well if you resonate with it, and also if you want the algorithm to suggest more videos of mine to you because the notifications do be acting up. All right, first card we have is empathy. Of course, the first card that would come up for Cancers would be a cup card. That is interesting. So we have rose quartz and Venus energy represented by this card. So Cancers, it's important that you have a level of empathy for yourself, and also with you having this natural ability to tap into empathy when it comes to other people, like the people that you care about, the people around you. It's important that you be mindful about the people that you give that to, okay? Everybody does deserve a level of empathy, yes, but it's a matter of how far you go in terms of, you know, maybe showing people that empathy. So some people you cannot help out because they're not going to be grateful or they're not going to be appreciative. And if anything, you could get stung in the process of wanting to be helpful to other people. And this is just the nature of being kind. So you want to be mindful in terms of who you give that courtesy to or that level of kindness to, because it could be backfiring, or it could be certain people around you who could just be very negative in their intention. Another thing that I'm seeing as well, when it comes to just things that you've been going through, you've been really hard on yourself, beating yourself down, and it's important that you don't do that, okay? Don't let your kind essence or who you are character-wise change because you've been victimized or you've been, you know, put into compromising situations. Okay, we also have clarity, and this is represented by the citrine crystal, which I love. I love the citrine crystal, and the sun. So with clarity here, yes, I think that the answers are clear as day. More and more light is being shed on certain individuals in your life in certain situations where you're about to get the understanding or the clarity that you've been seeking. Okay, it's important though, in these answers being revealed to you, in things being basically exposed, that you're heeding certain warnings or that you're using this clarity to your advantage to make better decisions or a decision in general in terms of how you're going to move with certain people or certain situations. Okay, also when it comes to clarity, so I'm hearing meditation is necessary. If you've been feeling mentally fogged or having brain fog as a whole, there may be a need for you to get into like the flow of meditation or getting out into the sun literally so that you can feel its rays on you, you know? Nothing like going outside, grounding and connecting so that you can get, I don't know, a level of clarity. It's nothing like taking a nice walk and you come back in the house and then you just have like a new perspective. Anywho, I also have cognizance. It's represented by the emerald crystal and Mercury. So this is about like communication, the realm of thoughts as well. When it comes to certain conversations that you could end up having over the next couple of weeks, it's important that you're communicating to get others to understand. Because you could have certain people around you who are either A, purposely trying to misunderstand you and not see your perspective, or literally just may not have the cognizance to really understand, or the understanding or comprehension, or may not see things from your own perspective. So it's important in conversation that you're choosing peace over discord, or that you're really speaking from a place to where you're expressing yourself fully so that certain individuals in your life could really understand where you're coming from and feel you, not just hear you, but comprehend, because you could talk to somebody all day and it can fall on deaf ears in the same breath. So let's keep going. Also, I am seeing, if there is any important conversations you need to have with someone, it's important that you don't do it through text. I'm seeing for some reason a scenario where some of you could be like trying to speak your feelings, and maybe you're having a hard time, maybe like blatantly just saying it in terms of like what you want to say. So maybe you decide to text it out or something, or to send a message. It could be taken the wrong way if you're not careful. So if you really want your words to be taken for face value, or what you're trying to say, make sure you're not texting anything of importance or any important things that you want to discuss. But I have High Priest, which represents intend and create. We also have the White Witch, be the light. And we have Skyfather, trust in the unknown. Intend and create. Yeah, for my Cancers, some of you are actually drawn to the path of being a healer, and you may have been like shying away from actually expressing your gifts, your spiritual gifts, out of like fear of judgment, or not knowing if you're actually called to do this. Well, here's a confirmation from your spiritual team that this is definitely something that you're supposed to be doing. If not a reader, this could be like a literal witch. Okay, for some of you, this could be, I'm hearing herbalist or something like that. Some of you are meant to be following some sort of path of expressing your creativity in some form, and you've been like maybe shying away from that out of fear of being perceived or people judging you. But no, this is your path, and it's going to keep calling out to you, or it's going to be something that you resonate with more and more and more, the more that you try to shy away from it. I also have with the Sky Father card. So it's important that you're not trying to predict the future in a way where you're underestimating yourself, because expectations are literally limitations. Like, a lot of people don't really see that, but once you start to set like, oh, okay, I know that I could only do da 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 da, or I expect da 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 da. Well, what if your expectations are even smaller than what is to come? And it's important to kind of take that in consideration. We could, play ourselves down just by having quote unquote expectations, and expectations always leads to disappointment because things never really go according to plan. We could plan things out to a T, but then life happens. And that's why they have the saying, show or tell God your plans and he'll laugh. Not saying that you shouldn't have plans though, but it shouldn't be so concise or limiting to where it doesn't allow any room for you to grow. It is the message here. Now let's look at this deck. This is my Enchanted Map Oracle. For some reason, I only know the name of this deck. What is the spiritual messages for my Cancers they need to hear at this moment? What do they need to hear now? So we have One Ring Circus. So you're very much capable of doing things on your own. A lot of you have been wondering like, oh, will I ever be able to have my own place? Will I ever be able to have my own business? Have this or have that, or take on certain levels of responsibility? Well, the message here is you're very much capable, and that's why Spirit has equipped you with the desire to even want to do the things that you want to do, okay? So it's important that you're understanding your ability. We also have Wizard of Awareness. So another spiritual message, you may not know it, but there's so many things that are happening around you that's going to be pushing you to a level of growth or transcendence. I even have flying. Yeah, I think there's a need for you to have a higher perspective in terms of your situation instead of looking at things from such a limiting view in terms of what your future holds. Okay, so we're going to look at the tarot. Cancers, what do they need to know now from their spiritual team? Cancers. Okay, we have the Four of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. There's a family relationship that you guys really do need to fix or mentally come to terms with, knowing that this person may be going through some things, this family member who you could be having issues with, and giving them a level of grace could give you a chance to maybe fix things with them. Especially if this is a mother figure, father figure, or just a family member that could be operating from more of a hurt place. This could be like a sibling. But there is a family relationship that I think is weighing on you heavily in terms of how either this person has been acting towards you, or you may even have certain family members that are very judgmental, that have like certain expectations of how you're supposed to live your life or what they, think you should be doing. And you're having to like stand on principle of you, having your own life to live. And the spiritual messages, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Choose your happiness over what other people's perspectives may be, even if it's family. I have the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and I also have the Four of Cups in reverse. Spirit is saying that there is an opportunity for you guys to make way more money in terms of a business, or when it comes to some sort of like career that you're currently pursuing or that you're going after. A lot of you just need to focus. Ever since you've left either a relationship or you've been in the state of transitioning out of certain spaces in your life, maybe your focus has been a little bit scattered, and Spirit wants you to ground yourself and not to miss out on certain opportunities just out of sheer distraction. For a lot of you too, if you used to do like certain health regimens or routines or things that you used to do to just kind of hold yourself spiritually accountable, it's important that you get back into it. Ever since you've been maybe not as consistent, that's been also kind of like wearing on your ability to stay maybe motivated. And this may give you the level of resilience or determination that you need to keep going. So definitely make sure you're taking care of your spiritual body, not just your physical responsibilities, because you're way more than that. For a lot of you too, it's important that you don't let the fear of rejection or rejection period keep you in spaces that you don't want to be in. If there is a connection with someone where in dealing with them, they constantly make you feel like they're not sure about whether or not they're interested, or they make you feel like you're just kind of chasing them, I would be mindful of giving that the time of day still, because all it's doing is throwing you off. And it could be only ego that's kind of making you want to deal with this person because of the sheer wondering of like, why is this person acting the way that they are? Could be, like I said, keeping you thinking that you're interested in them, but really you're just trying to understand why this person acts the way that they do. And this is not the way to kind of get the answer, is what Spirit's saying. Also, when it comes to someone who constantly repeats the same apology or the same cycle of sweet talking you after like wronging you, it's important that you see through that mask or that constant pattern that they present. And the only way that pattern is going to break is by you recognizing it. But this is what I see. I hope that this did give you insight. If you did enjoy, definitely thumbs up the video, subscribe, and I will see my Cancers in the next one.